I want to do something. I want to do something, Joan.
What do you want to do?
Sam, I want to do something. So I was talking to a fellow parent the other day, and she is frustrated. She's frustrated, and I'm changing everything. So if you try to figure out who I'm talking about, you're not going to be able to. It's nobody you know, trust me. But I was talking to her. She's a family friend. And she is frustrated because suddenly her daughter is becoming a leftist.
Uh-oh.
And it came out of nowhere.
How old is her daughter?
12. And so the question is, because, she knows what I do for a living, obviously. She's a family friend. And, I said, well, why don't you, give me a whack at her? I'll speak some sense into her. But she's doesn't know what to do. If you come home, and all of this, Wilson County Schools, apparently on Friday, there's going to be rumors, apparently they're staging a walkout for, protesting ICE and all that stuff. I actually just posted something online. Follow me on X at Dan Mandis Show. A woman is going viral, Joan, because she is helping her very small daughter, looks like younger than 10, younger than 12, who is helping her write signs, draw signs that say F ICE, the actual word. Little kid.
Ugh.
It's like Mom of the Year is what I said on my post.
Yeah.
So, but, what advice would you have for a mom who doesn't really know how to argue or set her daughter straight on telling her that she's wrong about her belief system? And the problem is that her daughter is just being fed talking points as opposed to being able to, really talk about what her belief system is. In other words, ICE is killing people and all of these other things.
Yeah.
And you try to talk to somebody about that, especially at that age, and they're completely delusional about the facts. Where the facts are, no, ICE is not killing people in the way that you're talking about it. They're at such a young age that rational thought is not actually, something that they're still forming their brain at the age of 12 years old. Mm-hmm. And so somewhere her friends at school are convincing her that she's a leftist and F Donald Trump and all of this other stuff. And if you're a parent and you're a parent who, this particular person, she's not really, she's not like Joan, you and I, right? She's not politically driven. She's not politically charged. I mean, she's conservative, but I mean, she works for a living and she's trying to, do right by her family. She's not as into the politics as we are.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Do you ground her?
No.
Do you?
No.
Well, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm doing. I'm asking for people's advice. The phone lines are open right now. I want to do this. 615-737-9986.
You want to hear what I would do?
What would you do, Joan?
I'd make a time every single day. So she comes home from school, mom comes home from work, have dinner, and then after dinner every single day, sit down. Okay, what did you hear today at school? Let's talk about it. And for every point that she brings up, hey, ICE is killing people on the streets or killing Americans on the streets. Okay, let's go look at the video of Renee Good driving into the ICE officer. Let's talk about those points every single day. And don't miss a day. Don't miss a single day of her life. Show that you're interested in what she's talking about.
I would take it a step further and when you get to 12, you understand people's careers and how they get there a little bit, right?
Hmm?
Your teachers have, at best, a degree in teaching or English or something and a teacher certificate to go with it to have a license to teach. Explain to your kid that they honestly don't know more than you do when it comes to this kind of stuff. They're repeating what they get from the media.
Right. Well, in this case,
and their job is to teach you how to do addition and basic English.
Well, it's going to be the schools, the friends. It's going to be TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? Because they get their circle of friends is going to tell them what TikTokers to follow. So you have that aspect of it as well. And so what I used to do, and people who've been listening to me for a long time know this, that what I used to do is I used to actually, and by the way, phone number is open, 615-737-9986 if you have some advice for this person. But what I used to do is I used to print out stories and bring them home and discuss them with my children. And I don't know if it really did any good, but I think that it is important to, and this is what I told my friend, I think that it's important for you to actually have these discussions with your daughter. And if she's being irrational, because, arguing with her would be like trying to argue with the Jasmine Crockett. Think about that kind of situation where she's just, my friends say this and my TikTokers say this, and I don't know if it's the teachers or not. But you want to have a rational conversation with somebody, but you can't because they only have a certain level of understanding of the world. And so I think that what you need to do is you need to have that, as Sam said, and as you said, Joan, as well, and I practiced this when I was a parent of young kids, where I would sit them down and I'm going to say, we are going to talk about this. You're not going to shout me down because, it's one of those, situations where the parent is always wrong, right? So you're not going to shout me down. What you're going to do is you are going to tell me very specifically what your thoughts are on this and why this is your opinion. Because I told my kids, if you want to be, left or Democrat or whatever, that is your right. Bless your heart. But at least understand why and be able to back up your opinions with information, rational thought, and so forth. I would want my kids to grow up to, think like me and be, conservative, but I'm just okay with them growing up to be able to think and defend their opinions and defend, if they're going to come after me, because this is part of what I dealt with, generally speaking, as working in what I do, people always coming up to me and, either challenging my ideals or whatever it is. And I can most certainly, as you folks know, I can have that debate. So it's important that we teach our kids to, at the very least, think about what you're saying and think about what your belief system is, because it is my opinion that if you actually think about the issues of the day using a rational frame of mind, some education, and the Constitution, that will lead you to conservatism. But if you're just going to, irrationally scream talking points that you heard from a 1-minute TikTok video, well, then, no, you're clearly not able to back up your arguments. And if you're 12 years old, then as a parent, you have a responsibility to teach them the way in which they can really think about this rationally and get the information that they need to come up with a way to defend their positions, Does that make sense, Joan?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, if you want to be a leftist, at the very least, defend your position is all that I would ask. Let me see what people have to say. This is...
Somebody on the Super Talk line, by the way, said it should start at prayer first, and nobody's mentioning that. It's, you know what? A lot of us just assume that. You're going to pray about it, of course. So there you go.
Yes. Is this Malia? Malia. Hey, Malia, go ahead. You're in Shelbyville.
Yes. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. Go ahead.
I just loved your story about how you read stories to your children and stuff like that. I kind of do the same thing, or have done the same thing in the past, just little stories, and then ask their questions. Well, how do you think this, how do you think this goes? Well, then they usually come back with an actual non-liberal answer. Even my son, who said, hey, I'm not into politics, when he was in his teens. I said, you will be one day. Well, and we taught him the lesson of, hey, I give you $100, you go out and mow the yard. You give little Johnny 50 of it and, come back in. Well, why? Well, that's kind of how it works around government. If you don't get involved, is somebody else who didn't do anything might get part of your money. Well, I don't like that, he said. And I said, welcome to the Republican Party.
That's good.
See, I love that. I do. And I don't know, Malia, how long you've been listening to me, but I was, and Joan, I know you know this, you've heard this story, but I considered myself a Democrat or a liberal, progressive, whatever, when I was in high school and heading into college. My dad was a staunch conservative, a staunch Republican. And so my dad would, on occasion, he would prod me a little bit, but he waited until exactly the right time. And that right time was when I got screwed in taxes.
Ooh.
I'm going to college and I'm working all of these different radio jobs as well. And I had like 4 different part-time jobs. And so between all of them, I still made a terrible living, but nobody was taking out enough money. You know how this works. And so you have all of these different jobs and nobody takes out enough money. And so then when you file your taxes, oh my goodness, you owe like $3,000. Well, that happened to me. And so my dad used that opportunity to explain conservatism and explain where taxes go, the beauty of small government, and which party wastes your money and which party values your money. And it was like a light bulb goes off in my head. And it was, the conservatism in me was off and running after that point. And my dad waited until it hit home with me. And so I think for a lot of these, kids, and certainly this 12-year-old that I'm talking about, she doesn't know anything about life. She doesn't know anything about paying taxes. And as Malia said, that's the example that you've got to use, is a real-life example where they're not just sitting here watching some lame TikTok video, but it's a real-life example of the consequences or the ramifications of Democrat policies and living under Democrat policies and rule versus Republican policies. This is BJ in White House on WTN. Hey, BJ, how are you?
Doing fine, and forgive me, there's a fire truck passing me right now on the interstate. But first and foremost, the relationship is key. These issues are going to come and go. It's a daily thing. A couple of years ago it was BLM. Now it's ICE. Who knows what it's going to be tomorrow? But what's going to be transcendent is that relationship. So you got to remind that kid that you love him more than anything in this world. At the same time, though, you cannot just forego your own principles.
Yep.
You have to know what you believe and know why you believe it. And the other thing, as far as tactical, ask questions. And one of the best questions that I've been asking my kids is, well, who told you that?
Yep. And then so then let's carry the conversation down a little bit. So when you find out, let's say you find out that it is, your child's best friend who is leading your child down this road of liberalism, then do you say, well, you're not allowed to hang out with that person anymore? Clearly, there's a bad influence. I remember when I was a kid, and I bet you, BJ, you felt this way as well. When I was a kid, if there was the worst influences that my friends would have on me is trying to, smoke a cigarette or take a drink of alcohol. But now you've got, hey, did you watch this TikToker? And these have, obviously life-altering ramifications.
Absolutely. And, you're exactly right. Once you go down that rabbit hole with the kid, and be patient, of course, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, the main thing is the relationship. But again, going down that path, as you discuss this, find out what's on their mind. Why are you even concerned about this, for one thing? In the case for ICE, okay, this is happening in Minnesota. Do you know somebody that this happened to here? Is it really as widespread as you're being led to believe it is?
Yep.
Maybe that's a decent question. Again, I just keep going back to asking the questions to try to dig deeper as to why they're even concerned about these things. Dan, when you and I were growing up, it was, oh my gosh, we're going to get nuked and everybody's going to die. You remember that?
I sure do.
That was the issue of the day. But you know what? Our parents reassured us, yes, there are things to be concerned about in this world, but as a 13, 14-year-old, you really don't need to worry about that.
Hey, BJ, can I ask you a question? Did you ever really think or believe that getting under your desk would help you survive a nuclear holocaust?
Certainly not. Certainly not. Nor did I believe that people were out to get us either. Yes, there was an arms buildup, and I had friends that were terrified of that. We remember the music video where Reagan accidentally reaches over and hits the big red button on his nightstand and launches World War III. Remember that one?
I sure do.
Yep.
I sure do.
Never happened.
And you know,
Never happened.
Right. And thank you, BJ. I appreciate it. I also, Joan, I never got stuck in quicksand.
Right.
Like I thought that I would. I thought that I would be stuck in quicksand at some point in my life.
Because
that never
every
happened.
Show had that scenario on it.
I thought that
70s.
I would be attacked by killer bees at some point. That never happened. They taught us stop, drop, and roll in school. That never happened. I mean, so far.
Oh.
None of these things have never happened.
No.
What's that, Sam?
Stop, drop, and roll works.
Oh, have you been on fire?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
How did you end up on fire?
So we were hanging out.
Oh, you were partying.
You know what? Anytime a story starts with we were hanging out.
Or if it you know what happened was yeah, we'd had a few cold ones. We wanted to light a bonfire, and you know all we had was some gasoline for a lawnmower laying around. You know the kind you mix with the 2-stroke engine oil, and weed eaters and such. And so that stuff is apparently kind of sticky when it gets on you. And we lit the fire, and then I realized that my pants were on fire, though I had not told a lie so far that evening.
Yes, liar, pants on fire.
I had the truth serum, so I was
sure.
So I stopped, dropped, and rolled, and then I got stomped on by my friends, and I was a little bruised and battered, and my ego hurt. But I was.
Did they have some pants for you to borrow?
You know,
or did you
surprisingly, Levi's denim, you can catch a surface burn without putting a hole in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
if you're quick enough.
Folks, don't try this at home.
Yeah, right.
No, don't
test this at home.
Do as I don't, you know.
All right, so 7930 has this question. Genuine question. What if it said, let's go brand. It's trying to turn the tables on the whole teaching your kids thing. So, genuine question. We're talking about the woman on the social media. I posted it, where she's gone viral because she is down on the floor helping her daughter write a F ICE sign. And her daughter looks like 10, 11 years old, whatever it is. And so this guy is asking this question, genuine question. What if it said, let's go Brandon, or 2A is Homeland Security, or lock her up, or build the wall, or MAGA, or F your feelings? Would you be this upset about indoctrination? That is from James in Cookville. Well, first of all, I would never help my child at the age of 10 or 11 make any kind of a sign that said F anything. I just wouldn't do it. That's number one. Number two, if I had a little kid who was, who asked me, hey, what does let's go Brandon mean? That's that opportunity to tell your child about the whole thing that was going on during Biden of Let's Go Brandon and why people were saying that. 2A is Homeland Security. You're damn right I would talk about that with my kid because I value the Second Amendment. Build the wall. Absolutely. In other words, it's all about when you're helping your kid write a sign that uses the F-bomb and it's nothing but, violent vitriol and has absolutely nothing to do with ideas or philosophies or the Constitution or laws, then all you're doing is you're raising your kid to be a brain-dead idiot, which is what we see in places like Minneapolis where they're attacking ICE agents and ultimately ending up getting, shot by ICE or the Border Patrol or whatever it is. So it's all in how you do it. There's a right way and a wrong way to raise your kid and teach your kid about politics. What's the right way? Go over the Constitution, 7930. Go over the Constitution. Go over the Bible. Go over laws and ideas and respect and all of those things. That's what you're supposed to do. But helping your kid write a sign that says F ICE with the actual F word, that teaches your child nothing. I'm not mad at you, James, from Cookville. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was spicy. Spicy take there.
Whatever.
But it ties in. My first experience with the F word as a child, I was 10 or 11 years old. We were walking through the Opry Mills parking lot, and someone had an F Bush sticker on the back of there. And I'll remember it clear as day, blue PT Cruiser in the parking lot. And I said, Mom, what does that word mean? And she just simply put it, you're too young to understand. And then about age 13, 14, I'm like, oh, so that's what that person, they didn't like him. That's what that word means. Some of it comes with age, appropriate material.
Right.
But, the political association of using negative potty words in that aspect is, the last 20 years, just kind of skyrocketed.
Joan, how old were you when you dropped your first curse word? And don't tell me you haven't done one yet, because I know you're godly, but you're not that godly.
I used to have a potty mouth, to be honest. I was probably like in the 17 range. And never in the presence of my parents, like... I think I mentioned before that they were very strict.
Yeah.
that would never fly. My parents were not afraid of using a belt, their hand. Like we were very strictly raised. So
you got belted?
Oh yeah.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. Yep. It's I don't like how it's perceived now. That was the method that my parents used for discipline.
Yep.
So it is what it is. I mean, we never used a belt on our kids.
Do you know one of my earliest memories? And then we've got to go because we're running late. One of my earliest memories, my dad got so mad at me one day. I don't know what I did. But it was when they were still married. And my mom actually said, Joan, do you want the belt? You know what my dad said? I don't need a belt.
Ooh.
And we got hauled into into our bedroom, and my brother and I, we got a licking like you wouldn't. I wish I could remember what we did.
It must have been something.
Oh, it must have been something.
Something.
Yep. 8:41. Am I supposed to be grooving out to this? You know what I don't like, Joan and Chris? I don't like when Sam plays bumper music that I feel like I'm supposed to react to, but I don't know what to do.
What is this?
I think you should get down right now.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. Isn't she like wicked satanic?
It's in the board, man.
It doesn't mean anything.
She's satanic?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, now
Doja
he's
Cat?
Googling it. Chris is gonna Google Doja Cat.
This would be... You
Yeah.
danced earlier on camera in reference to...
She's a Satanist. Confirmed. Thank you, Reddit.
So I want to make sure. So on this conservative radio station, somebody put Doja Cat, a Satanist, into the audio console to play on my show.
Sam.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Anyway, whatever. I don't care.
After you have a great break about raising and rearing children the right way,
Yeah.
then you immediately come back with Satanism.
Good job, Sam.
Nailed
Way
it.
to go, buddy.
It's called irony.
Hey, we have Joan, we have a celebrity amongst us, and
Oh,
we
my
have
gosh.
something to celebrate.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who?
So Chris Hand was number 17 on the Barrett Media list of top talk show hosts midday in America.
Oh, is that right? Nice.
Well done, Chris.
Like awkward. Yeah, Dan got number 3 and he didn't get the clap track.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Chris comes in 14 spots lower, and everybody is stunned, and it's just amazing. I think it's probably more shocking that I made the list than Dan. I think that's what it is. Everybody's just like, wow, we had no idea that you were going to be on the list.
Listen, I think it's great you're on the list.
Yeah.
You know what? You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got...
No.
No, that's cool.
No, it's great.
Listen, the guys over at Barrett Media, they do put a lot of work into it.
They actually do. I had no idea.
And I appreciate that hard work, and it's really cool to be on the list with some of these guys that have been doing it for a lot longer and are
I actually
fantastic.
read how much. I had no idea, but it's a lot of work goes into that. I'm actually more honored now than I was yesterday when I found out that I was number 3.
They're not just throwing darts.
No.
So that's cool.
So how does it feel to be number 17?
You know, we're gonna work it into the imaging on the show. That's what we're gonna do.
The 17th best midday talk show host in America.
Yeah. Yep.
I can hear Casey Kasem doing it now.
Yep.
So there you go.
Number 17.
Oh, listen.
We're number 17. We're number 17.
So can I tell you, like, honestly, you haven't been doing talk radio a long time, and so I've been doing this like forever, and so people recognize my name. It's what do they call it? Brand. People know
Brand awareness.
So because I'm old.
Dan Mandis.
That's exactly what it is. You, my friend, I guarantee you will eventually be number one.
Oh.
You know what? Flag the tape. I predict that within 10 years, Chris Hand is going to be number one on the Barrett Media list of best hosts.
The text line. He's 17 out of 20.
You know what, people? Just be nice.
It's the top 20. They only ranked the top 20. Number 21 doesn't even get a blurb.
No.
That's cool. I'm here for it. Shout out to Barrett Media.
Chris, don't worry about anything. After the last 2 days of shows, Dan is hoping to be 17th the next time. I've had good shows. What is wrong with you?
I thought your shows have been great. I loved the parenting break last segment.
Yeah, parenting. I thought that was really good too. Do you know what I've noticed though? So this is weird. Do you feel like this as a host, where the super text line is going crazy, right?
Yes.
But not a lot of people are calling.
There's different levels of engagement. But I think your show's tougher, though, because everybody's in stop-and-go traffic, and it's like you're not supposed to be doing...
Drinking coffee, yelling at the kids, you know.
It's much easier to text while driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you should not do.
No, you should not do.
Yep.
Absolutely not.
Armchair PD said Chris will be number one when everyone above him dies off.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's a little harsh.
That was dark.
It is.
Hey,
It is.
Are you looking forward to going to Legends Steakhouse in Smyrna for our station event on the 24th?
Yes. I'm big hype.
You big hyping?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to drink?
I don't drink.
Oh, you know what? If we did a drinking game.
I don't do that.
Chris couldn't play.
Yeah. Are you intentionally trying to leave me out?
You know what? We'll let you toke. All right, so you
This guy.
you can take a drag every time Trump says what.
Perfect. I'll be the guy.
What?
I'll be the guy just staring at the salad bar, just lost. It's like, what is this? Is it a cherry or is it tomato? And I'm just giggling. That'll be me. Is that what you want?
Aren't our bodies just like salads made up of cells, man?
Yeah.
So if we did a drinking game, what do you think? The greatest ever? Like, what could we say about Trump in a drinking game? What? Because I'm trying to think of, because his State of the Unions are always really good. Like, I've always, much better than Biden.
Yes.
You know, Obama was so haughty and condescending and arrogant, right? Biden was just bumbling.
And Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce it, Shanga Kawawa.
Do you know what? We ought to work that into the news imaging to promote Joan.
Yeah, clearly.
Mornings on WTN.
Joan, you got to change your last name to Shingang.
Oh, that would be funny.
Have you seen the betting odds on Polymarket?
No.
Okay, so just for the record, I don't bet, but I do find it fascinating. There's some good money value out there to be had.
All right, go.
If Trump mentions the gold card, Trump card, right?
Yeah.
You buy yes on that, you spend $100, you'd win $190. He is absolutely going to mention the gold card, Trump card.
You think he's going to do that?
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
I don't know if that's a major policy initiative of his.
Okay, how about this? Crypto Bitcoin. Does he mention crypto and does he mention Bitcoin? If you bet $100, you win $293. I would take that money. I would take those odds.
Yeah, okay, that's been an initiative.
It has. He wants to be the crypto capital.
Okay,
and
so
if he's talking about the State of the Union and moving forward, and he's going to be talking about technology and AI, I feel like crypto is going to be in there.
Okay, so Joan and Sam, I'm going to want you guys to pick a Polymarket word for Chris. So what do I get if I bet that he is going to talk about illegal immigration? What do I win?
It's not on the list.
Build the wall?
Not on the list. We got...
You're reaching it at like 2020 talking points.
Yeah,
well,
what are we doing, Dan? What are we doing?
All right, you know what, Sam? You pick one. Smart Alex.
Is he going to say too big to rig?
Do you know what? Do you know what, Sam? At least I never caught my own pants on fire.
Oh,
I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, exactly.
Really.
There's some other good value.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see.
Trump RX. Thank you, TB. Trump RX.
It's not on the list.
That might be too new.
Kamala Harris. 37% chance he says it. You bet $100, you win $256.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
Okay, but what if he doesn't actually mention her by name, but does say dumb as a box of rocks?
It says it's gotta have Kamala or Harris.
Okay. All right. Greenland, TB, Greenland.
Greenland's not on the list.
Greenland's not on the list.
Does he say Biden more than 10 times?
Ooh.
No, I don't think he will.
Well, you bet $100, you'd win $157. If you bet that he does, you would bet $100, you'd win $228.
You want to get drunk? 89.47. A drink every time he pats himself on the back. Let's be honest. The man's got a gargantuan ego.
Yeah.
Places he'll mention. This is when Greenland will come up.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Is Greenland on this list? Yes, Greenland's 70%. So you buy yes at $100, you win $140. That's not
You're looking for big money.
That's not good value. Good value, I think. Taiwan. Taiwan is real good value when it goes back to the semiconductors, the chips, the AI. You bet $100, you win $262 on Polymarket. I would take those odds.
I'd take those odds. You know, maybe what we ought to do is why don't we do a bingo card thing?
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what we do? So all four hosts place some bets and see who wins the most theoretical money.
Okay.
You want to do that?
I think that'd be fun.
Do you think Chad and Matt would do that?
Yeah, I do.
Matt
might not place theoretical bets.
Exactly, because he's a bettor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should tell him that we're all betting real money, and then we'll wait to let him know that we didn't actually place the bets.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even know how to bet on the poly market. How do you do that anyway? I don't even know.
You just make an account and you just go in and boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
El Salvador, 27%. Do you think he mentions El Salvador?
No.
I don't think he'll mention El Salvador. Yeah, you got one, Joan?
What about Portland? That's 25%.
I don't know if he'll get that specific, and Portland has not been like Minnesota or Washington, D.C.
Okay.
What about news networks? Does it just have a breakdown for other
Oh, golly. CNN.
Fake news, yeah.
He'll roast CNN.
and ABC and CBS?
How about Melania? He'll mention Melania.
Andy, what about Somalia? I bet you he'll mention Somalia.
Oh, yeah.
Who will Trump mention during the State of the Union? Is Melania on this? I'm looking, guys. I don't think Melania's on the list.
No.
No. But there's still some good value to be had.
Well,
Ayatollah Khamenei, 39%.
Okay.
That's some good value.
How about his guests? The guests that he'll point to.
I don't see anything on that.
Gavin Newsom.
Newscum.
That is not great odds.
No, because he's probably going to.
Yep.
So
Benjamin Netanyahu, 39%.
He's going to mention Benjamin Netanyahu.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would imagine, especially after the last year.
Will he say Benjamin Netanyahu or will he say Bibi?
Newsom's actually pretty good odds. It's at trading at 37%. So you bet $100, you get 185.
Wow. I'm going to send me that thing you're doing right there. Just email that to me, will you?
You got it, Dano.
That thing you're doing. That's.
I think that's the technical term.
Thing you're doing over there.
Listen, we're talk show hosts. We communicate at another level.
Sure.
This is how you get to number 3.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. What about the big, beautiful ballroom? That's another one.
I don't see it.
I have a big, beautiful ballroom being built.
Armchair PD. Every host has $1,000 to bet. Whoever makes the most wins.
That'd be good.
You want to do that?
That'd be good.
You guys want to do it too, Joan and Sam?
See, I like the bingo idea. Except
I like the bingo idea too.
Except loser has to eat a gummy of an unspecified amount and just enjoy the ride.
Been there, done that. Not doing it again. Moving right along.
Not a fan.
I saw a video of this old guy who ate a gummy on Instagram. It popped up.
Yep.
And he was in an art museum, and there's an oversized table and chairs for giants, and there's this 83-year-old guy just losing it laughing, tears rolling down his face. And it's a minute and a half of him just giggling.
Yeah.
And it was how could you be against something like this? This is
exactly.
I don't know.